Off we go!
Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Yes, we had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite traveler. We were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis.
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As we are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
The first Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat.
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been passed down secret. For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony they hold when they come to power.
Oh, no. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such a simple... Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, Mora is used in the mystic. The world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. My next historical treatise will boldly expound on the newest findings from my intense decade-long research. That is, that the Lord of Geo used this original Mora as a catalyst to enhance a dagger and a sword.
A dagger and a sword?
Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only...
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. But Mora and money. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a catalyst, for people to exchange and trade. The world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis.
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable.
No, I am not debating right or wrong. I am...
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag. But discussion...
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to build houses. The model home he used to teach them was completely cast from Mora, correct?
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant, if not because of the mystical power that Mora contains?
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to get than Mora? I mean, I am talking about Rex Lapis.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find some...
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us? Perhaps they could be of some help.
Of course. They can come if that's what pleases you, sir. What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. Your argument just now exhibited a cuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, so I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly must have broken some kind of contract.
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt. The god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god. But she encountered Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to...
What? No way!
This bit of history is a long story.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
Quite so. I don't know where to begin.
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you. See.
Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise,
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya. I'm not here for
the Fatui say that every time.
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes? Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant...
Of course you would be such a reasonable man. Well then, let's head...
Wait, if you were studying archaeology, can I go too? I am up.
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of help to you on your future adventures. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished.
Wait. This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one.
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will...
Hey, Paimon's good at that too!
Well, that is quite enticing. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, perhaps something of interest was washed. An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. But a piece of the god... This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything valuable here?
Huh? Paimon thinks it looks really grand.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle...
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be, if you wish to learn about the gods or the history of... Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing the Overlord of the Vortex. After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapons?
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago. But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity, so besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part.
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certain...
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Guyan. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the Overlord of the...
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich. I mean, rich with archaeological knowledge and Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to split up and look.
Okay then. I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in various disciplines, when it comes to archaeology, I can't compete with...
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
I get it. I'll escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything valuable. The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
Everybody stand back! No, my sword! Let's light it up! Let's light it up!
Ninjutsu!
Witness the power of the one. I'm going in! No, my sword!
I'm out of here!
Everybody stand back! Rain cutter!
You having your drink?
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Why are there enemies here?
Guyan Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Rain outlines your fate. No, my sword! Let me weave you a verse. Yeah, I'm going in!
Pew-pew! Look at you, Boozle!
body and mind.
Ninjutsu!
No, my sword! Teamwork is strength! Let's light it up!
Together here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. The hydromimic monsters. I have a contract and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them and recover the relic.
Rain cutter! Let's light it up!
I'm a rock!
Let's light it up!
Pew pew! Diana special!
Everybody stand back! Yeah. Yeah. Off we go! Let's light it up!
I'm a rock!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Witness the power of Gugwa!
Can't handle your drink!
Let's light it up! I'm going in! That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Gotta dash! Ninjutsu!
Why do they never miss? Let's light it up! Rain outlines your fate. Everybody stand back!
just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you good for?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to explain.
Oh, stop arguing! What in the world happened?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the... She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back.
I've just been researching the God of Salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in...
I mean, isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also...
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. We were... Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex. But the stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern.
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the gods, yes! Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover...
So, it's only valuable for research if...
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the God of Salt is because history can tell us about culture and beliefs. But you're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear. If I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo...
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber.
Ah, I see. What a shame. It was of such high quality, too.
See? You do want to sell these objects!
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual... All right, then. No need to stay here any longer.
Can't touch me!
I heard that Salterai was once the home of the God of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads of valuable relics nearby.
According to legend, the people of the God of Salt, Havria, enjoyed... But this legend has been around for ages, with the countless scrap collectors and...
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was...
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the God of Salt. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious... I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism, the seal wasn't affected at all. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the God of Salt. I don't know, there's no concrete evidence, but I'm pretty sure the seal is... The God of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. So, The one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer.
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of Geo would do, though.
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the God of Salt lie within this ruin. Just...
You weren't listening at all, were you? Ugh. Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, nobody can get in if the seal isn't broken.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little seal shouldn't be any trouble for...
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all of it.
I may know something about it.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so. Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the God of Salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed. See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments here. So you're saying they're related to all the— When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision, but when we lit up all the elemental monuments, nothing happened.
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time. But in a the secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate.
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddle?
I think I've heard this saying before.
Certainly you have. And to provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged at that time, with the chaotic fires of war engulfing the land. And that haven she eventually found is right here.
How sad, then. In the end, this—
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break the seal.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. With this clue, you should be able to solve the... Let me lead the way from here.
On the rock! Diana Special!
No, my sword! Let me weave you a verse.
Gotta dash!
I never embark on a journey without a good book to accompany me.
Drat. You
You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time. Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between...
Okay. What is it?
I propose you to agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity like this up so easily!
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No, absolutely not.
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by...
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin.
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. If we discover the truth behind the god of salt, you must judge it fairly.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then, let's go.
thing.
Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Duh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Stabilize!
Look at this! It's filled halfway with salt.
Just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god.
Finally, after all that effort, I've found pressure. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or...
Hey! How can you use a relic of the god?
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss One.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can
Since we have a contract, it's no use.
Then let's move on, shall we?
Off we go!
Stabilize! Quake!
Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth anything.
This, if I remember correctly, this is some...
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another power. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear.
That's even better than the salt chalice!
Well then, according to our contract, the salt...
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end? And this girl has been useless. Why would she get anything?
Oh boy, here we go again.
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer... Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let you...
Because you agreed to a contract. Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contracts shall
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya.
Will suffer the wrath of the rock. You...
Solidify!
No escape! This is order!
Rain outlines your fate.
Time to clean up.
Leaving so soon!
Rise!
Time to act. Let's light it up! I'm going in! Witness the power of Gugwa!
Leaving so soon!
Stabilize!
Can't run from dead.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin.
Oh, darn you! Just you wait.
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend for some. Hey, Paimon likes Mora, but Paimon doesn't do bad things.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many. When people see the object of their dreams, how many? I think we should be honest with each other now.
Huh? Be honest about what?
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological expedition.
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the god. I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Yin.
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to have been right to seek you. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Qixing, Yinyu and Ha. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it, the people of Liyue very seldom use...
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left us alone and we hate him! But this is Morax's Liyue after all. And its history is written as he would. So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and cruelty in his heart. We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli? You must...
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Liyue is no longer... Come with me. All the answers you seek lie ahead.
Crumble! Rise! Quake!
Steady as stone.
Rise! Order guide you.
Let's light it up! Ring cutter!
This is a sword? Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the god of salt had to fight back. Fight back. The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the salt chalice. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power.
It does look like something left behind.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim one.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true, but...
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true.
This logic!
Zhongli, she seems like a good person.
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired. And the power of the god of salt, no matter what. I must be faithful to her. Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided?
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consult...
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to protect her people. Punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. But, as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh? The truth? You mean the truth is my punishment?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you shall be your price to pay for breaking. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Tevat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No. No! It can't be so.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade? Then...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true!
As I said before, I only state the...
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax! Don't try...
Hey! Come back!
It is a punishment after all. I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that...
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
did they see? What did they do? What happened?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened back then. This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
But what about these statue thingies?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse...
Even if this is so, I can't! This must be a lie. A false history, all of it! Don't you dare try to shake my faith!
Yikes. Zhongli didn't show any mercy this time either.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if, indeed, in ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me as well. Faith in a god who has already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also. All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyonstone Forest?
Huh? What do you want to do, Zhongli?
Treading old ground, telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances. Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyan stone forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method. But unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as myself.
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If, as long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times.
Sounds like tough work.
Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler.
Huh? Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
As I said before, this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned. This includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade... Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate. I will remain here for a while. I fear that moments of reminiscence like this can only... We did not measure right and wrong during the days of the Archon War in the same manner as we do today. Of course, as I am now, I only wish that she could have lived in a gentler time. I will remain here for a while. I fear that moments of reminiscence like this, though the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler do have power in their own right, they are nothing before Osial. If a day comes when he should recover his strength and return, I believe that even so, he will be defeated once more. I will remain here for a while. That is a good question. In the past, but now... Yes. I suppose I will continue in... But if this journey was to your liking, why don't you come along the next time I am seeking to preserve memories of Liyue's past?
Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say, anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite.